Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we are diving into a book that's as controversial as it is compelling, The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Now before we begin, let's address the elephant in the room. This isn't a manual for manipulation. It's a guide to understanding the dynamics of power that shape our world. Power exists in every interaction, from the boardroom to the living room. Knowing these laws can help you navigate those interactions with greater awareness and protect yourself from those who might misuse them. We'll explore these laws with a critical eye, examining their ethical implications at every turn. Because power without ethics is a dangerous game. Are you ready to explore the complex landscape of power? Let's begin. For ease of consumption, I have divided the video into sections, and I will be quoting the law number from the book for future reference. Section number 1, Crafting Your Image, the Foundation of Power. Our journey begins with how we are perceived. In the realm of power, perception is reality. These laws focus on building a strong foundation by managing an image and reputation. Law number 1, never outshine the master. This law emphasizes the importance of respecting hierarchy and making those above you feel secure in their position. If you make your superiors feel insecure or overshadowed, they will resent you, potentially leading to your downfall. The key is to subtly highlight their strengths and achievements while downplaying your own brilliance. A quick disclaimer, my company, HCL Tech, does not believe in this law. We are a merit-based company and I am fortunate to be part of HCL Tech for the last 25 years. Now let me take an example. Nicolas Fouquet, he was a finance minister under Louis XIV. He was a man of immense wealth. He decided to throw a party at his newly constructed chateau that would be envy of all. The event was a spectacle of lavishness, exquisite food, theatrical performance, and breathtaking fireworks. But here is a crucial detail. It was too grand. Louis XIV, a monarch obsessed with displaying his own power and magnificence, felt overshadowed. Fouquet's display of wealth, intended to secure his position, inadvertently revealed him as a potential rival. The king's reaction wasn't just about envy, it was about perceived threat. Louis XIV could not tolerate anyone appearing more powerful or wealthy than himself. The day after the party, Fouquet was arrested on trumped-up charges. His fate was sealed. In a corporate settings, this translates to strategically highlighting your boss's contribution in meetings, even if you were the one who did most of the work. If your boss presents your ideas as their own, let them. You can still gain recognition by subtly providing supporting details or offering to lead the project's execution. The key is to make your superior feel secure in their position. It's not about being a doormat, it's about being strategically smart. Law number 5, protect your reputation at all costs. Your reputation is your most valuable asset. Once it is damaged, it can be nearly impossible to repair. This law teaches us to guard our reputation fiercely because it shapes how others perceive us. Richard Nixon's political career was a roller coaster. He was a shrewd politician known for his strategic mind and foreign policy achievements, particularly opening relations with China. However, the Watergate scandal became an indelible stain on his reputation. The break-in at the Democratic National Committee headquarters, the subsequent cover-up, and the revelations of his involvement destroyed his credibility. Even his accomplishments were overshadowed by the perception of him as a corrupt and untrustworthy leader. His resignation was a dramatic fall from grace, demonstrating how quickly a damaged reputation can undermine even the most powerful individuals. Julius Caesar, on the other hand, meticulously cultivated an image of military brilliance, generosity, and statesmanship. He understood the power of public perception. He gave rousing speeches to his troops, sharing their hardships and victories. He funded public works and distributed wealth to the Roman people, solidifying their loyalty towards him. Even his enemies acknowledged his charisma and strategic genius. This carefully crafted image was instrumental in his rise to power, allowing him to command the loyalty of his legions and the admiration of the Roman populace. In the digital age, a single tweet or post can go viral, shaping your reputation instantly. Be mindful of your online presence. Before posting, ask yourself, how will this reflect on me in the long run? Respond to criticism with grace and professionalism. Address rumors or misinformation promptly and transparently. Your online reputation is your digital footprint. Make it a positive one. Law number 6, quote attention at all costs. Visibility is power. If no one notices you, you cannot influence them. This law teaches us to stand out from the crowd and make ourselves memorable, whether through charm, boldness, or controversy. P.T. Barnum wasn't just a showman, he was a master of hype. He understood that any publicity, even negative publicity, was good publicity. The Fiji mermaid was a perfect example. He created a sensation by promoting a non-existent creature, knowing that people would flock to see it out of curiosity. Even when the hoax was exposed, it only fueled the buzz. He used sensation and controversy to attract attention, understanding that being noticed was more important than being universally liked. He understood that people would pay to see something that was different. In today's crowded social media landscape, it's easy to get lost in the noise. To stand out, you need to be creative and bold. This does not mean restoring to cheap gimmicks, but it does mean finding ways to showcase your unique talents and perspectives. Use social media to share your expertise, engage in thoughtful discussions, and build a personal brand that reflects your values. However, understand where the line is between being memorable and being a toxic personality. Section 2, Strategic Thinking, Playing the Long Game. With a solid image established, let's delve into strategic thinking. These laws emphasize planning, foresight, and calculated moves. Law number 3, conceal your intentions. This law is all about mystery. If people know what you're planning, they can block or sabotage you. By keeping your true intentions hidden, you maintain control over any situation. Otto von Bismarck, the Iron Chancellor, was a master of realpolitik. His goal was to unify Germany under Prussian leadership, but he could not achieve this through brute force alone. He needed to manipulate the complex web of European alliances. He provoked wars with Denmark, Austria, and France, but always portrayed himself as a reluctant defender. He carefully managed public perception, making it seem like his opponents were the aggressors. After each victory, he offered surprisingly lenient peace terms, preventing other European powers from intervening. He kept his ultimate goal hidden, allowing him to gradually consolidate power and achieve his objective. In negotiations, avoid revealing your bottom line upfront. By keeping your cards close to your chest, you maintain leverage. In business, develop contingency plans and alternative strategies, but do not reveal them to your competitors. Let them underestimate you while you quietly work towards your goals. Law number 4, always say less than necessary. The more you talk, the more likely you are to say something foolish or reveal too much information. This law teaches us that silence can be far more powerful than words. One example I can take is about the 38th US President Calvin Coolidge. Calvin Coolidge, known as Silent Cal, understood that words are like currency. The less you spend, the more valuable they become. He was a man of few words, but his silence spoke volumes. His terse responses and deliberate pauses created an aura of authority and wisdom. People listened carefully when he did speak, knowing that his words were carefully chosen. His silence made him seem thoughtful and reserved. People would often try to get him to speak, and when he did not, it made them think. In meetings, Resist the urge to fill every silence. Listen attentively, and when you do speak, make your words count. Avoid rambling or repeating yourself. Practice active listening and use pauses to emphasize key points. Your silence can be a powerful tool for commanding attention and respect. Law number 29, plan all the way to the end. This law emphasizes foresight and preparation. Before taking any action, think through every possible outcome and plan accordingly. Napoleon Bonaparte was a military genius, but his success wasn't just about battlefield tactics. He was a master planner, meticulously preparing for every possible scenario. He did not just plan for victory, he also planned for retreat, supply lines, and potential alliances. He understood the importance of logistics and intelligence, anticipating his enemies' moves much before they can think of. His ability to think several steps ahead gave him a significant advantage. However, his failure to plan for the Russian winter was a critical mistake that contributed to his downfall, showing the importance of planning for all possible outcomes. In your career, set clear long-term goals and develop a detailed roadmap for achieving them. Anticipate potential obstacles and develop contingency plans. In business, conduct thorough market research and competitor analysis before launching new products or services. Planning ahead can help you avoid costly mistakes and seize opportunities. Section 3, Interpersonal Dynamics, Influence through Relationships. Power is also about navigating relationships. These laws explore how to build alliances and manage adversaries. Law number 2, never put too much trust in friends, learn how to use enemies. This law is not about being cynical but realistic. Friends can betray you, while enemies can become valuable allies if handled strategically. Emperor Sung of China, after defeating a formidable enemy general, chose an unexpected path. Instead of executing or imprisoning him, Sung treated the general with respect and even offered him a position of honor. This act of unexpected kindness and generosity transformed a bitter enemy into a loyal and dedicated ally. The general, realizing the emperor's magnanimity, became one of his most trusted advisors. This example highlights that enemies, when approached with strategic intent, can become valuable assets, often more reliable than friends motivated by envy or personal gain. In a competitive work environment, identify your rivals and understand their strengths and weaknesses. Instead of viewing them as threats, consider how you might collaborate or leverage their skills. Sometimes, a former adversary can become your most valuable ally. Section 4, The Dark Side, Laws of Manipulation and Control. Now let's confront the darker aspects of power. These laws delve into manipulation and control, raising significant ethical questions. Law number 7, get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. This law highlights the importance of delegation and leveraging others' strengths, but it also raises concerns about exploitation. It's about recognizing and utilizing the talents of your team while ensuring you receive the credit for the overall success. Thomas Edison, while a brilliant inventor, was also known for his ability to assemble a team of talented individuals. He would often assign tasks and projects to his assistants, relying on the expertise to bring his ideas to fruition. While he was the driving force behind the invention, he often took the sole credit for the work, sometimes overlooking the contribution of his team. Some of the ethical consideration for this point. How can we ensure that everyone receives proper recognition for their contributions? How do we foster a culture of collaboration and shared success? What are the signs someone is taking credit for your work? And how should you respond? Law number 11, learn to keep people dependent on you. This law explores the idea of maintaining power by ensuring others rely on you for their needs. It's about creating a sense of indispensability. But it also raises concern about manipulation and control. Feudal lords in medieval Europe maintained their power by controlling the means of survival for their serfs. They provided land, protection, and resources in exchange for loyalty and service, creating a system of dependence that reinforced their authority. Some ethical consideration. What are the ethical implications of creating dependence? How can we build genuine loyalty without restoring to manipulation? When does helping someone become enabling? How do you protect yourself from those that are trying to create dependence on you? Law number 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. This law emphasizes the power of emotional influence. It's about understanding and appealing to people's emotions, desires, and fears to gain their support and control. Cult leaders are masters of emotional manipulation. They exploit people's vulnerabilities, offering them a sense of belonging, purpose, and security. They use emotional appeals, fear mongering, and charismatic rhetoric to gain control over their followers' hearts and minds. Some ethical consideration. How can we recognize and resist emotional manipulation? How can we use emotional intelligence ethically? How does the seduction of an idea or a person impact society? What are the dangers of emotional manipulation in the age of social media? Section 5. Ethical considerations and the responsible wielding of power. We have explored the complexities of these laws. Now, the crucial question. How do we wield this knowledge responsibly? Can we study the 48 laws of power without being corrupted by them? The answer lies in your ethical compass. Use these laws as tools for understanding, not weapons for exploitation. Every law has a light and a dark side, and it's up to you to choose which path to follow. Reflect on your values and principles. What ethical boundaries are non-negotiable for you? Power is a double-edged sword. It can be used for good or evil. The choice is yours. Remember, true power comes from integrity, not manipulation. Use your knowledge to build a better world, not to exploit others. Thank you for joining me on this thought-provoking journey. I encourage you to reflect on these laws and the implications. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue this important conversation. And if you found this video valuable, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Stay thoughtful, stay ethical, and stay in control of your own power. Thank you for listening.